Yo, what is up, guys? A little bit different of a video today. So, this video is for round six of the Motoplayground Roots Tour here in Oklahoma. Uh, it was at Game Moto, which is Greg Albertson Moto Expertise. It's usually just a training facility, but once a year they'll open up for the race for this series, and some days they'll have a open ride day or open practice day or whatever. So, this video is for that race. I've been putting this off for about just a little over a month, I guess. I just haven't really had time to sit down and record this and edit everything together. But unfortunately, I forgot to hit record on the GoPro for the first moto. So I just turned it on. I guess I got the buttons mixed up and I thought I hit record, but I just turned it on, unfortunately. Um, so I didn't get that recorded. But first moto, I think there was 13 total races. We were the first of the day, so fresh track and everything. Well, it actually wasn't a fresh track because they didn't prep it from practice to races. They just laid a little water down. But first moto, um, I got the whole shot, led the whole thing from start to finish, won my first moto, and after that, I was just hanging out. Took my boots off, was relaxing a little bit, watching some races before the second set of motos. And so sometimes they'll have like a little intermission and a little track prep, a little watering in between the first and second motos. And, when I was sitting there just hanging out, I saw them moving a skid steer around. So I was like, oh, they must be doing that, getting ready to prep the track. It turns out they were not doing that at all. And I almost actually missed the second moto. Um, they have an app that they use that I was kind of keeping track on to see what was on the track and stuff. And they had um, they had a notification or announcement on there that said the second set of motos was lining up. So I was like, oh shit, I better start getting ready. And while I was getting dressed, I got a text message that said, hey, where are you at? They're calling your name. Second set of motos are starting. They're looking for you. So I rushed up there, and luckily I got there in time. The gate drop guy was pointing at everybody, making sure everybody was ready to go when I was pulling up. So got there just in time. Um, didn't get as good of a start. Second moto, probably fourth or fifth. Uh, it took a couple turns to get up to first, but I led most of that moto too. And then on the last lap, I got passed for second place. And then luckily he made a mistake, so I was able to get back around him and win Moto 2 as well. So I went 1-1 on the day. Um, Pretty stoked on that. That's probably the best I've ever ridden. I had only ridden the 450 maybe 4 or 5 times. So that was the first race on the 450. So pretty excited about that. Um, Unfortunately, I feel like I haven't I haven't ridden that well again. Um, but I got the second moto here for you guys, so enjoy, like, and subscribe.